Pacers lined up at the Super High Five finale. It's the Sunfire Blue Chip to close out the day, sponsored by RAW Equine. Full field of 10 for the finale. They are on gain. And they're off. Veep Hammer fired up early from the far outside. Trip Aces ahead of her. Going to take an early flop as well as Jingrai. Trip Aces ahead of her. Revved up at the early stages into that opening turn. Trip Aces ahead of her is quickly throttled out to a 5-length lead. Dragon Fever is trying to tighten down the hatches in second. Armani Code battles wide there for Denson as Veep Hammer will dive it early in the fourth spot. Floating wide in fifth, that's Uncle Si. He will now slide at the inside in front of McPansy, who was unhurried in the early stages. A quarter quick here, 27 into 2. As they're straight away on the backstretch. Rocket on the Seas races from a seventh in front of a straight Monroe. Native Sweet Lou is next at his debut for the new barn, and at the back, Senior Market. Single file up the backstretch. Trip Aces ahead of her. Holding up right now. 2 lengths clear of Armani Code at a big price. Gives chase there at the inside for Denson. Dragon Fever hanging it at this point from a third. Uncle Si going to try his hand first up. He's inching it at the outside for McCarthy. McPansy is well spotted second over fifth. V Powers got nowhere to go. He got pinned out at the inside of sixth. Rocket on the Seas teased up here third over, suddenly just 5 lengths off the lead. The half mile was up in 55 and 1. Trip Aces ahead of her. Now under heavy pressure from Uncle Si. Those two match strides to the top of the stretch. McPansy begins to take a 3-line look for a Xeron. Rocket on the Seas now throttling up 4 wide as Native Sweet Lou tracks that move up. 3/4, 124 and 2. They've swarmed it on Trip Aces ahead of her as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Uncle Si took over. Rocket on the Seas down the center. 4 outside. Native Sweet Lou begins to find his best stride in mid-stretch. Rocket on the Seas, hand driven here by Bonjordo. Native Sweet Lou rallies up at the 4 outside, but it's Rocket on the Seas. He's wrapped up. Rocket on the Seas easily in the finale. Native Sweet Lou was second. Straight Monroe late at the scene to be third. McPansy fourth, 152 and 2.